I am still looking for coral and fossils at Lake Michigan. So far, I've been here about 20 minutes and I've already found a chain coral, Petoskey, organ pipe, honeycomb coral, some crinoids. I'm trying to look for a horn coral. And of course, anything else cool that I can find. Agates are always welcome, but very rare here. And, we got, I think, a horn coral in there. And then also, if you look at the tip of them, let me zoom in. That looks like a honeycomb coral. Double coral in that one. So I guess we found our horn coral, but I'd like to find a full piece of it. All right. Oh yeah, and we also found sponge. Stromatoporoid. I always call it the wrong thing. And we found geode. I found geode nodules. Fossil soup. You know, it's a little bit harder back here away from the shoreline where things are dry to kind of identify them. This could be a geode nodule. So I'm going to take that home, crack it open eventually. Yeah, see, all this stuff back here is dry. This is the rock that I always think might be an agate, and it tricks me because it never is. Sometimes I'll challenge myself and just look in the areas where things are dry to see if I can identify them. These geode nodules look a little bit different. Ooh, what's this? Is it organ pipe? Sorry, it's blurry. No, I don't think so. Looks like some quartz in there though. Might break that one open too. It's interesting. My pockets are getting heavier and my hands are getting colder. There we go, another piece of honeycomb coral. Pretty. See what this is over here. Is it a geode nodule? Kind of looks like one. I'm gonna take it home just in case. If it's not, I'll just chuck it in the backyard for my nieces and nephews to discover. So that their parents can be driven crazy by all the rocks they take home. One thing that I have not done yet at the lake is bring one of those flashlights. What are they called? The black light flashlights, so that you can see rocks that glow. Not thinking of the proper words for it. Look at this, the top of a bottle, all smoothed out. It's kind of cool. I haven't found something like that yet. All right. Hey guys. Thanks for joining the live. I'm at Lake Michigan right now looking for fossils, coral. I just picked up this honeycomb coral right now. There is a lot of these here. Hey everyone. Thanks for joining in. Let's see what I can find. See this giant pile of rocks. It's bound to be a lot here. Another piece of green sea glass. The waves are pretty big, as you can see. Oh my goodness. So I have to be careful to not get too close. But I'm just very tempted because that's where so much stuff is washed up, is up there. Where are you guys all from that are in here? Do you guys like rock hounding? What brought you into the stream? This could be this looks like quartz. But it seems pretty dense. I doubt that it would have a geode pocket on it. But sometimes it's worth cracking open and just learning and figuring out what are the best things to pick up and what should you leave. Sorry if it's kind of loud. The waves are very big. Hopefully you can hear me. Okay, here you go. Here's another potential geode nodule. I don't have a hammer with me right now, but if I did, here's another one. Wow, there's so many today. Add this to my pocket. Hey everybody, thanks for joining the live. I asked, but let me know what brought you in. If you like rock hounding or looking for fossils or geodes, what do you enjoy doing? Right now, I am currently looking for coral on Lake Michigan. People are sometimes surprised to hear that you can find coral on Lake Michigan because, as you know, Lake Michigan is a fresh body of water and it gets cold. But once upon a time, many, many years ago, Lake Michigan, or this area of the United States, is said to be covered by warm, shallow, saltwater seas. And coral used to grow here. I can show you guys some of the things that I've already found. Here, I'll put it right here. So I found a few pieces of honeycomb coral. You know it's honeycomb coral because it has these hexagonal shapes. They're all in my pocket today. I didn't know whether or not I would be coming to the beach. If I had known, I would have brought my bag, but I kind of just came on a whim. All right, here's some more stuff. Probably geode. This is a Petoskey stone. It's also known as a coral. You know that it's Petoskey because it has these like sunburst patterns on it. Very beautiful. This is another honeycomb coral. More geodes. I'll put them over here in the geode pile. Some sea glass. Let me show you what else. camera around. Okay. Camera's wet. Okay. I found my face is wet too. It didn't get my pants or my boots, thankfully. Found this. Let me flip the camera. This could be a portion of a horned coral. Man, I wish I was paying attention to that dang wave. Oh my gosh. My boots got a little wet, but I do have waterproof on them. Some waterproof coating, and my pants. I have to be more careful. I also have starting to have a cold, and I do not want to get all wet right now. It's probably not going to be good for me. All right. That wave derailed me. I'm like, okay, gotta refocus. Let's dig through this a little bit. This is one of my favorite methods to find things, is kind of just sitting and digging, because you won't always see things on the surface. But if you go down a little bit, you might see things that you would miss otherwise. I don't know what Iron Matilda is. and I don't know what you mean by beat up fingers. My fingers are cold, that's for sure. I wish I brought some gloves today, but I didn't think I'd be coming, so that is, I believe, a piece of crinoid in there, which is cool. Let's keep going. Let's see what this is. That looks like sponge. Fossilized sponge, of course. These are some cool layers in this one. You see that right there? It looks kind of agatized, honestly, those bands. I don't often bring sponge home, but if it's a cool enough piece, I will bring it home. Okay, I saw this a second ago, which looks like geode or quartz, but this seems pretty dense. I highly doubt there's a geode pocket in there. I know mostly just from past experience of bringing home what I believe to be geode nodules and breaking them open, and the ones that have a pocket in them tend to be more round and feel a little less dense. But some of them are just straight quartz with no geode pocket, so. Okay, this is something. That's a piece of Petoskey coral. It's really worn out, though. It's hard to even see those sunburst patterns on it. I'm going to try to peek at these rocks over here where all the waves are coming without getting soaked. What's this? Let me grab this really quick. And this, because they look like geodes. And it is. Look at that pocket. Let me see the other one. No, I don't think that is. I'm going to leave that one here. Okay, let me look at a few more over here. Hope I don't get soaking wet. I'm just going to look on the surface because I'm not willing to risk it. Last time I came here, I got so cold that my toes were completely numb and my fingers were freezing and took a few minutes to warm up. And I don't want that to happen again. Okay. Looking around. That's another piece of sponge. You can tell it has those layers in there. But I have enough of those at home, so I'm gonna leave that here. Gotta be careful of these waves. Okay, let's see. I didn't look much in this spot. I'm gonna move the rocks around. Just concrete. See that in there? That's a little piece of horn coral. Goodness. These waves scare me. Oh, cool. Look at this. That is honeycomb coral. You can see those honeycomb structures right there at the top and the bottom. Well, the bottom is worn out, but usually it would be both. Ooh. That is a crinoid. More crinoids. Depending on how they're fossilized, they look like different shapes. So sometimes you'll just find these like donut hole looking things. Sometimes from the side, you'll see these like longer, like tentacle, kind of like a tentacle structure. I found one earlier that I got on the live. Thought I saw something else. Oh, it was this. Let me see what it is. I think I only have 20-minute increments on the live, so it might stop soon. I think that's just concrete. Oh, ooh, that's a big piece of honeycomb coral. Look at that. Very cool. I'll take that one home. I find a lot of honeycomb coral here, but I just think it's so pretty that I end up taking a lot of it home. I also saw this. This is a piece of sponge as well. You can see those layers running through. If you guys are wondering, yes, my fingers are freezing. Okay. Looks like a piece of pottery. All right, let's look on this rock hill going upwards. More rocks are exposed here. Maybe I can easily find something. How about you guys look for me while I warm up my hand in my pocket? Oh, I see something there. It's probably geode nodule. Finding a lot. The past couple times I've come here, I've found a lot of geode nodules. Which is cool, because that means I could do another video soon of cracking them open. Nothing. Look how red my hands are. It's cold out. It's so cold. All right. Should we switch gears? Go down to the next section of the beach, the lake. Interesting. My fingers are getting to the point where it's so cold, they're feeling numb, and it's hard to even move them. There's some areas of this beach that I'm at where I think because of these iron structures, it'll turn a lot of the rocks brown, and make them like a rusty color. It's almost like the rocks get rusty, which sucks because it's hard to identify them when they're just like a rusty brown color. It's hard to tell what it even is. It's probably a chunk of quartz. It doesn't feel light enough to be a geode nodule though. Let me push some of these rocks down with my feet. Expose some new things. Ooh, that's a nice piece of quartz too. Let's see what I can find over here. Listen, I didn't bring any tools. I don't even have a bag with me. I'm putting everything in my pocket, so I'm using the resources that I have at hand. My feet and my hands. It's a stick. Kind of looked like a bone for a second. Realize this looks chaotic, but it's what I've got to work with. Okay, I'm gonna go to this next section over here. I'm done with this for now, and I'm gonna make my way over here now. The waves seem a lot calmer on this side. Okay, I think after this I'm gonna be done. My fingers are too cold. I gotta get back home. There's not as much here. See if I can find any coral here. Nope. Man, my hands are very cold. Let's look over here. Okay, there's just not as much in this area as there is in the last section I was in. There's so many rocks over there. This is probably a little geode nodule as well, so I'm going to take that with me. Crack it open at some point. Let me go to that little patch over there and see if I can find anything. Whew. I'm getting cold. I'm gonna put my hood up. There we go. Oh. The wave almost got me. All right. Let's see if we can find anything here. Without getting my boots soaked. Yeah, there is just not much over here. Let me see over here. The only problem is that these are dry, so it's harder to identify. Just want to find one more good thing, you know? Just one more good thing before I leave. Okay, I'm gonna make my way back to the section over there that had a lot more things. I'm gonna see if I can find one more good thing, and then I'm gonna head out because my hands are cold. Okay, see? So many rocks here. One more good thing. My hands are getting so cold it's hard to pick things up. It's a hunk of quartz. Here we go, a tiny one. I said I wanted to find one more good thing before I leave. I don't know if this counts as a good thing. It's the tiniest piece of honeycomb coral. One more. One more. Wish me luck. Ooh. It's a little geode pocket in there. You know, as a kid, I didn't realize. Oh, we don't want that. We don't want the waves. As a kid, I didn't realize that you could find geodes on Lake Michigan. Oh my goodness. I think this counts as my one more good thing. That is Oregon pipe coral, and it's huge. No way. My hand is so cold, I can't even move it. Oh my gosh. I think I gotta be done after this. Look at that. Look at those pipes. That's so awesome. That's the biggest piece I've found of Oregon pipe. I usually don't find specimens this big. All right, I think that's gonna be a wrap. My last piece. It's probably one of the best finds of the day, so I ended on a good note. Thank you guys for watching. Happy rock hounding. Bye-bye.